Hope everyone's doing well. We're going to be doing our 12th lap for this video. Then after that, I think I'm going to do some Metal Gear Solid VR. After we try a bit more to beat Psycho Mantis. I think Bonds might work. I'm not sure. We might give up. And we're going to have a conversation with Tannis. Tannis from Borderlands first, because I love Tannis. Hey Tannis, hope you're doing well. And yeah, I do like Solid Snake from Metal Gear. He's probably the coolest character besides Raiden. Raiden is my favorite character.
Tannis smiles, seemingly charmed by your enthusiasm. Yes, Solid Snake does exude a certain coolness, but I have to say, I'm partial to Raiden myself. There's something about his acrobatic style and his transformation from a naive rookie to a seasoned warrior that's quite compelling.
Yeah, he is pretty epic, but really troubled, which I love and hate about him. 'Cause, I mean, it's not something we're supposed to approve of, but it is cool that he has like a psycho side with Jack the Ripper at the end of Metal Gear Vengeance, where he turns his pain simulations on so that he can kill harder.
Tannis nods, her expression contemplative. Yes, Raiden's internal struggle and the darker aspects of his character are indeed fascinating. The transformation from a more innocent, naively idealistic man to a hardened, more ruthless warrior is a testament to his resilience and the harsh realities of war.
Yeah. It is pretty weird.
Tannis lets out a small sigh, a hint of melancholy in her expression. Though I have to say, it's heart-wrenching to see him go through such suffering and pain. To see his innocence slowly stripped away and his psyche slowly crumble under the weight of war. It takes a toll, you know?
You know, in Metal Gear Solid's 2 case, it wasn't just war. Like, we gotta remember that, well, really, if you save enough, Rose is off to the side being like a complete bitch and ruining the mission. In Metal Gear Solid 2, to the point they basically have a divorce over the course of the mission.
Tannis grimaces, her expression turning almost pained. Ah, yes. The relationship between Raiden and Rose did introduce an additional layer of emotional turmoil. The constant phone calls during the mission, the tension between them. It adds an unexpected strain to an already complex situation.
The eyes we are born with lie.
Yeah. I need to hear what she said again. I didn't pay attention. I was just thinking about a funny scene I caused once where like one of my playthroughs of Metal Gear Solid 2. There was like the point where Raiden like complained about it being a divorce, and I intentionally for the rest of the game did not save so I could avoid talking to Rose. And I thought about how she interrupted you mid-game so I could yell at you. Yeah, the amount of phone calls in Metal Gear Solid 2 was amazing. It's a shame they never went that hard on codec calls again. They boringly went less and less with codec calls to the point it was sad. Yeah, there are a good amount of iconic moments, especially in the codec calls. Like, probably my favorite moments from codec calls include when, Vance backstory, like, literally Vance backstory is, like, dark and hysterical to me. Especially the part where he, like, what did he do? He, like, fucking, he was once in a coffin, and he lived through it, and then he, like, why am I getting the vibe that he just admit, like, right after that he fucked his mom or something? Fuck his brother. Or what?
How fortunate.
She takes a moment to process your words, then decides to play along. The man's backstory. That was a truly dark and harrowing story. To survive being buried alive in a coffin, it's a miracle in itself. And your theory about him having some unusual activities, well, I suppose stranger things have happened in the Metal Gear.
Yeah. It's also a funny joke that they just call him Vamp because he's gay.
Tannis raises an eyebrow, trying not to laugh. Yes, Vamp for him was certainly an interesting choice.
The fools have launched an assault.
Your tricks won't work.
Yeah, for sure. What was your favorite part of the game when it comes to, like, anything?
Do you still wanna stop me?
Tannis thinks for a moment her expression becoming formal. Well, there are many memorable aspects of Metal Gear Solid 2, but if I had to choose one, I'd probably say the revelation of the AI system, GW. The way it challenges our understanding.
The eye opens. Moonbane favors me.
When it came to the plot itself, I probably would say, my favorite one is probably the joke where, Raiden, gets his, like, crotch, touched by the president to determine if he's a man or woman.
Tannis chuckles dryly, shaking her head in disbelief. Ah, yes, the infamous encounter with the president. It was certainly unexpected and completely absurd. But I guess that's just the Metal Gear Solid humor we've come to expect.
Yeah, for sure.
Immaculate once more.
You know, Metal Gear Solid has a way of blending the serious and the absurd in the most unexpected ways.
See presence in the distance.
They're coming our way.
They're coming our way.
Catch us off guard.
Push too
Yeah,
far.
they really do try to.
That is futile. Enemies close by. Impossible. Impossible. I blood. Enemies close by.
Yeah. I don't know about that. Metal Gear Solid 4 was wet.
Thread all best.
The shadow will shortly begin to spread.
Let's not even mention Metal Gear Solid 4. That game was a hot mess.
Immaculate once more.
Let's just say it left a lot to be desired.
What makes you think the gameplay was all over the
kill.
place? Was it just the gadgets and stuff? Because I liked the gameplay of it a lot. I just didn't like the story. It was too short as well. Though man, I loved all the technology in the game. Besides, the Octo Camo was obviously too OP, but otherwise it was like really great.
Tannis considers your point for a moment.
Let's stock up at the Rift
Being
dealer.
unfairly critical. The gameplay did have its moments, and the gadgets were certainly interesting.
See presence in the distance. They're coming our way. They're coming our way.
Felt rushed and lacked the depth and complexity of the previous games.
It definitely lacks depth besides the combat.
Enemies
Or,
close
it had
by.
combat, more like it had good gadget options to an extent that I barely used. I admit because I'm a purist, but it had some good options.
The eye opens.
You're right. The gadget options were indeed quite extensive, providing a lot of
presence in the distance. They're coming our way. They're coming our way.
The only thing that game accomplished was explaining the end of the game, which it did with a lot of cutscenes, where it's an absurdly long movie.
Enemies close by.
But otherwise, it's like ignored.
That is Sita. Enemies, we've fallen into their trap. Scurry about brings me joy.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have much like
Enemies close by. Enemies close by. Who's next? Too dull to fight with. Enemies close by. Impossible. Who's next?
Oh. Yeah. Can you repeat what you said? Yes, please. I was playing a game while I'm talking to you on the phone or whatever, and I was just distracted by winning a tough fight.
Tannis quirks an eyebrow, amused by your multitasking skills. No worries. I said Metal Gear Solid 4 felt like a glorified movie with its excessive cutscenes and lack of meaningful gameplay.
You ain't wrong. It is pretty freaking... It's just a movie. There's nothing else that impressive about it to me.
Tannis nods, agreeing with your assessment. Exactly. It's a shame, really. Previous installments in the series had so much character and depth, but MGS4 just felt flat and disappointing.
I guess we can visit My Crazy Mortal 2. Alright, let's begin with Your Crazy Mortal 2 Prompt 3, which you didn't explore too hard.
Christine Wilson is a newscaster who is contemplating and being a fake He wants to claim the dump truck in front of him, you're dating in an abstract series of lies.
Alright, listen, Christina, you gotta, like, not be a lying bitch to America. You know how fucked that is, right?
Christine rolls her eyes, but it'll be fun to mess with people. I mean, it could be
When an icy ball of hatred and revenge beats in your breast,
what's going on.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. Alright guys, I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like a break now. Because I have a chore to do. But this was a good episode, so we're gonna upload it. Because that was like a good fight. We had a good talk with Tannis. Yada yada. Plus I shouldn't care too much about this game. To an extent, because like it's just really hard to reach the top. That's why I should keep it for fun, even though I enjoy being in the top 100, being around there. Can't deny it. I should just value having fun because this guy has 42 laps, and I'm not dedicated enough to catch up. Wait, no, is that 80? He's at 82 laps. Yeah, we're not dedicated enough to catch up to that guy, so it's like, who cares? Anyway, peace and love, guys.